Ooh, we're going somewhere cool. Hi everyone, welcome to Stephan Eats, and in this video we are spending a full day in Belgrade, Serbia. It's a country that's really not well known for food, but I will show you why it is a destination you must travel to, because the food and the culture there is absolutely amazing. I'm not going to do this by myself though. I have enlisted the help of a local friend, Ksenia, and she's going to show me around. She's also given me some very good recommendations of spots to visit in Belgrade. Let's stroll over to the first location to eat potentially the most iconic and famous dish in the entire Serbian region. Let's go. First spot, welcome to SUVOBOR. There are some other words on there that I cannot pronounce, but I will put the whole name in the description. Now, this is a very traditional place for grilled meats. Something you will notice in all of Belgrade and all of Serbia is meat is pretty popular. The first thing we have to try though before meat is an alcohol called Rakia. Yeah, perfect. This one is a plum. You can have them in different flavors.
What do you think?
Wow, yeah, I like it. Definitely wakes you up for the meal that's about to come. We have cevapi here. I got the 5-piece because I literally have a meal in 2 hours. Cevapi is probably the most famous Serbian dish, and you can find it in many forms. This is probably the most traditional one, but you see them in sandwiches, you see them in almost everything here. And then the other one is the ajvar. This is a red pepper spread, and it's the other kind of condiment that's just insanely popular here. I think what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna try, you know what, the cevapi is warm, it's ready for me. Love it. It's like one of the best kebabs you'll ever have. It's almost a little bit rubbery, but then as soon as you bite into it, it's just bursting with juice. The seasoning is very simple. It's just a little bit of salt, maybe some pepper, maybe not even pepper. But then I think what's gonna really make this an amazing experience is loading it up with all the toppings. So we got the bread here. Let's put some ajvar on there, and then let's put the meat in there, and then some onion. And I think that sounds like a great combination. Oh, okay. That is meat heaven. When you combine that sweet ajvar with the kind of salty, juicy meat, it's just an epic combination. The bread is kind of cool because it's just really fluffy, and it has all these kind of indentations inside, so it can kind of just soak up all the juices. That's a 10 out of 10 right there.
So I'm trying sarma, and sarma is stuffed cabbage with meat, and I like it a lot. Usually it is served with potatoes, like in this case. It is really good because it joined taste of cabbage and meat and seasoning. And usually, as I said before, they serve it with potato. This is 10 out of 10. I like it more than cevapi, actually.
Really?
Yes,
okay.
I do.
Next spot, and we are at Eva New Balkan Cuisine. We've bougied it up a little bit, so the hat has come off. This place has been recommended by the Michelin Guide multiple years now. They are taking Balkan cuisine and they're elevating it, and this place has been recommended to me by multiple people. We're gonna go right into the appetizer. Let me see if I remember what they said. There's definitely some carrot in there, and then there's other things. Oh man, yeah, I remembered one ingredient. Oh, it's really cool. It's super creamy, but it has almost like a smoked salmon flavor, like a gravlax flavor. The bread is amazing. Bread's kind of toasted, has a bit of a sourdough element. The carrot is really what comes through, and oh, there's a bit of paprika in there. You see? Yeah, IQ going up a little bit because I remembered the paprika is also smoked, so that's where the smoky flavor is coming from. I didn't film it, but pro tip, put the olive oil in the carrot spread towards the end and then just dip your bread in there. And I don't know what their olive oil producer is doing, but it's amazing. Like, that olive oil is so delicious. So if you ever find this in a store, buy it. Next dish, well, the appetizer. This is the kind of salad I like to see. Mostly meat. This is a beef cheek. And first of all, I'm literally just breaking it with my fork and I'm using 1% effort. What's kind of cool is you have a Waldorf salad kind of vibe going on with the celery, some green apple, some mustard. I don't think I've ever said this in my life, but I've gone to salad heaven. I mean, it helps that it's mostly meat, but holy Lord, what's really cool too is the pork and the mustard working together in harmony. There's some walnuts in there too. So it's just texturally amazing as well. That might be one of the best pork cheeks I've ever had in my life. Yeah, this is absolutely outstanding. Just texturally and also just in terms of the balance of all the flavors just coming together. And the fact that it is a salad too, there's kind of like a vinegary element which cuts into the richness of the meat, and that's brilliant in itself as well. Here we go. This is the main course. Now this is really their signature menu item. If you look up this restaurant on Google, I think it's the first dish that shows up. As soon as I saw the menu item, I was like, yep, I'm getting that. It's gnocchi with oxtail, and then there's some veal brain, and then on top of that, there are a couple other things on here that look absolutely stunning. That oxtail, just like the pork cheek that I had before, is just incredibly tender. Oh my God, okay. I think I got the mother load of all bites. Wow. The star, again, is the meat. I thought originally it might have been too sweet with the sauce, but as soon as you combine the whole thing together, it's perfect. It really reminds me of like a mix between kind of any type of stew, but maybe between an osso buco and a boeuf bourguignon. You can tell it's been stewed for a very, very long time. I can't find where the veal brain is, so I'm not sure where it is. Maybe it's just thrown into the sauce itself, or maybe it's kind of really mixed in there. The gnocchi itself, not insanely fluffy. It has a little bit of texture. Some people do like that. I like my gnocchi a little bit more fluffy, more pillowy, but it's just a great vessel for all the meats that you're having in this dish. Another thing that's fairly popular here is wine. I thought Georgia was very well known for wine. I didn't know anything about Serbian wine, so there you go. Have a red Serbian wine. The name, don't even try me. I'm gonna put it in the caption on the bottom. Oh yeah, that's actually really impressive. Okay, and dessert time. So what's really cool about this is you have some thyme ice cream and then a little bit of black truffle infused into the brownie itself. Oh, that's really cool. I was asking the waiter where the black truffle was. He said it was kind of infused into the brownie, but you really just taste dark chocolate. I kind of disagree. I do taste the black truffle just a little bit, but it's the perfect amount where it hits you for 2 seconds and then it goes away, and then you kind of finish off with the dark chocolate taste. The brownie itself, very thick, very dark chocolatey, and it's really not that sweet. Of course, you combine that with the cream. I thought there was ice cream, but I don't really see where the ice cream is. Maybe it's just kind of melted. I'm not sure. But yeah, when you mix that with the cream, the caramel and everything, that's a really good dessert as well. Overall, my impressions, really cool place, very inventive, and it's actually, they have a really extensive menu so to really keep the quality up for a lot of these dishes is very impressive. All the dishes I had were super delicious. Favorite thing, honestly, was the pork cheek salad. That just blew my mind and really set the expectations very high. That will do it for tonight, but I think I have a couple more places tomorrow that I want to try out before I leave to the next destination. Okay, it is tomorrow morning and it's fairly early for me, 11 a.m. We've crossed the bridge into an area, I guess it's called Zemun Market. I didn't expect that much. I just thought it would be a local farmers market, but actually the whole area is gorgeous. It's very charming. Lots of little cafes, a small church. One of the big specialties for Serbia is roasted pig or suckling pig. And this place is making some waves. This place is very highly recommended by some people I've been speaking to. This place is called PRETOP. It's in the Zemun Market. If you go into the Zemun Market, make sure you find the alley with all the pork things, and then, yeah, you'll find them here. So everything is here and looks pretty good. This is my kind of breakfast. Bacon and eggs, who cares? You can get the suckling pig in weights. So like a kilo, all that stuff. Of course, you have individual portions, and that's what we have. Looks like you have a little bit of sauerkraut. Next to it, some bread, and the most exciting part is the juice. Pretty much just fat and pig juice that you can dip your pig into, or anything you want. Even this flour on the table, I'll dip that into the pig juice, and I'll eat the flour, even if it's poisonous. I will take the risk. Things I will do for pork fat. I think what's really impressive is the skin, too. Okay, that looks amazing. Oh, I think a lot of pork dishes after this for me are ruined. I knew it was going to be tender, but not that tender. I mean, that's just insane. It's just the perfect proportion of fat and meats. Oh, and then now I'm going to have to dip it into this pork fat and see how much better this can get. That's dangerous. If this was close by and I lived like just over here, I might be here way too often. And now I think it's time for the ultimate toast, the ultimate sandwich. Just feel the pork fat just enveloping your lips, and then it's almost like a natural lip balm. A little bit of the crunchy, vinegary sauerkraut on the side. Actually, that bread is amazing too. And the pork is so tender and fatty that it almost becomes like a pate. As soon as you kind of mash it onto the bread, it becomes its own kind of spread. Let me continue feasting, and then I think we still have a full day of food. So let's see what we run into next. Okay, snack time, and probably the most famous Borak place in all of Belgrade. Now, this place is fairly touristy, but it's been on my radar. Borak is a dish that's fairly popular in the area. It came from the Ottoman Empire, and it made its way up to Serbia and also some other countries. And I got the cheese version. I also saw other people, actually most people ahead of me were getting a yogurt drink, so I got that as well. It is very flaky, but also there's literally a layer of either butter or something on there. What's cool is when you're eating it in, they kind of just chop, they literally did, it looks so beautiful as a tart, but then they just completely destroy the shit out of it. It's like somebody just punched it. So maybe it is a good thing presentation-wise that I took it to go, because she didn't do that at all with mine. Wow, that's all cheese. Because the cheese has melted into the pastry, it's thicker than I thought. The top is still fairly flaky, but the interior is just a dense, cheesy, delicious mess. That cheese is delicious. It's just a little bit salty, almost briny. And then, yeah, the crispy exterior. Okay, let's try the yogurt drink thingy. Oh, it's almost like a yogurt jello, way thicker than I thought it would be. The next spot I'm going to is just an institution, and it's just a classic location, and it's supposed to be stunningly beautiful. Welcome to Hotel Moscow, or Hotel MOSKVA. This might be the most famous building in all of Belgrade. Hotel Moscow, or Hotel MOSKVA, was constructed in 1908. You have to remember that back then Belgrade's population was only approximately 70,000. So a huge building like this was a big deal. People would stop by and marvel at how big the construction site would be. When it was finally constructed, this was easily one of the most noticeable buildings in the whole city. I think there was another cathedral, but they were both very big buildings. This hotel has had many super famous guests, from Nicholas Tesla to Albert Einstein. The list goes on. I mean, I literally have my phone in front of me with all the people. I mean, Thomas Edison. Then you go to sports people, Michael Jordan, Jack Nicholson, Robert De Niro. You want me to continue? Woody Allen, Martin Scorsese. This place even hosted Gandhi. And just throughout the years, just a historical destination. And they're very well known for their cakes and of course their coffee. And that has just shown up in front of me right over here. Now it is very dark here. I would be filming on the other side, but there are a whole bunch of people and I really don't want to disturb all the Russian spies.
James Bond, allow me to introduce myself.
I pretty much got the most traditional cake you can get, and this cake is called the MOSKVA Schnitt. That sounds appetizing. Ingredients include French buttercream, sour cherries, pineapples, peaches covered with sliced almonds. I'm not sure when this cake creation was created, but if it was created way back in the day, especially in 1908, you can imagine how expensive it would have been because of all those fruits. Pineapple, imagine trying to ship that all the way to here from a foreign, slightly exotic destination. It must have been pretty expensive. People that could afford those type of fruits back then, you knew you had wealth. It almost tastes kind of healthy. It tastes like oatmeal with a whole bunch of different fruits. And because of that, I mean, there's a little bit of buttercream, so you are feeling like you're indulging in taste. It's a combination between a trifle and oatmeal. And of course, I also got the classic coffee. The classic coffee, he served it in a kind of Turkish vessel, the kind of copper vessel. So I'm not sure if there's rinds at the bottom. Let's see. Oh yeah, definitely coffee rinds at the bottom. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, oh, that hits the spot. That's just earthy, strong, delicious, and just no sugar, just how I like it. There's also a little Turkish delight on the side, so it is very Ottomanish. That's pretty cool. And that will be it for our Serbian adventure. Let me just start by saying that Belgrade was such a pleasant surprise. I really did not know anything about Serbia, but after visiting Belgrade just for these last 2 days, I am hooked and I really want to come back very soon. I not only want to try some more Serbian food, but I also want to explore more of Serbia and especially the smaller towns. And of course, giant thank you to Ksenia for introducing me to some of the best that Belgrade has to offer. Of course, I will link her information. Follow her on Instagram. On Ksenia's channel, you can see what to do in Belgrade, what to eat, where to shop, and of course, where to indulge in local culture. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so we can notify you of future videos, and of course, hit us up with those comments. We'll see you very soon for another food-filled adventure. Ciao for now.